Hey there, crafty peeps. It's Rhonda from Rhonda World 365. I'm back as promised with another journal that I have created last year and this year. This is for my cousin Heather. She's a lot like me, and we're kind of like two peas in a pod if that pod were permanently fixed in its childhood. So, um, so as you can see, it is a mermaid journal. Woo! I love mermaids. We love mermaids. All things mermaid. In fact, when we were like 7 years old, we were swimming around in a pool being mermaids, and that's where we decided we were going to be each other's maids of honor, which we were. But anyway, so all of this is kind of a 3D image. Mermaid, she's in the net even with all of the seashells, the sand, the sea glass, and then I Mod Podged over it. I had these little embellishments and things from different kits, but this little guy, he's a stamp on stamped paper in blue, on patterned paper in blue. Up here, this kind of reminded me of like sand dollars, so it's a little trim border piece or whatever. So put that on there with the journal, and then you'll see the silver trim on both sides, and here's the spine. This portion of the spine is actually as it relates to this charm, and I'm going to show you that in just a little bit when we're inside it. Sorry. But it is the mermaid tail and a starfish and then a crystal. And then this is a bead charm, just a beaded charm embellishment for the spine of the journal with baubles and such. And we've got a little crabby on the outside, and this patterned paper, Gift of Adventure, with the silver trim. That's washi tape again, and it's Mod Podged over, so it ain't coming up. The closure here is a stretchy band, and I really liked this one with this little edging here. It just looked like a fin or something. It's got the little knob that it goes on, so it's expandable. And then, of course, that edge there it's full of just all kinds of baubles and beads and whatnot, and starfish and charms. It's just full of fun, kind of like if you were in the mermaid's cave and whatever. And so that's kind of how I wanted to do this. So inside the front cover, I actually did quite a bit here. There's this pen, and it's on one of those stretchy bands as well. I wanted to add a pen or a place where she can always put a pen. And then down here, mermaids have the most fun. So there is some gold throughout this too, like this little paper clip here. It's a mermaid tail paper clip, and it's gold. But silver was the dominant color that I was using. So we've got a tuck spot. We've got a 3-tiered tuck spot. I'm going to pull everything out first so you can see that. So you've got a 3-tiered tuck spot here that I wanted for like an initial pocket. It gives it a little bit of just a pop-up. So in the top, we've got this little guy here, and he's like a fishy stamp. It says, "Don't look back." And it's just a tag that I've tucked into the top portion here. She can, of course, tuck anything else she wants. And the little fishy tail just sits in there, right there. This I made it's a journaling card, but actually it's this journal belongs to, and she can write that. And it says, "Big things often have small beginnings." And then that tucks right back there, like that. I've got these mini milk can punches or jar punches, and they are good to go for journaling with their little pieces of embellishment and string and twine, whatever you got. And it all slides and fits right back into there like so. And then, of course, this charm is attached to the card. So the front is it's already very covered in goodies and such. Then this page here, the pattern paper on the initial signature. I'm going to pull this out so you can see that. Whoops. Didn't mean to. There you go. Sorry about that. Anyway, pattern paper for the initial signatures is a starfish. And then So Epic, this is a embellished paper clip for a tuck spot. And tea-dyed paper. No dream is ever too small. No dreamer is ever too small. No dream ever too big. And it's just folded journaling paper with a little mermaid on the back. And it slides in right behind here. Right here, the back of that, and I used kind of colored. I wanted to try with a bunch of colored paper clips. So this is another piece of paper, and this is like a parchment paper. Mermaid Kisses and Starfish Wishes. It's a mermaid again, another one. And it's just journaling paper. And then this is also kind of holding up this section here, which folds down. So there's extra journaling. Now this, I did use I used a stencil and stamped in there so that there'd be some pattern going on inside. And it kind of looked like coral to me. Right here we've added some napkin Mod Podged in for extra paper, for extra effect on the paper. And it will fold out. Patterned paper. And I wanted to add a little bling here. So we've got this green bling. And that's what this turtle charm is attached to. He is a turquoise turtle, carved turtle. And he's on one of those safety pin, bobble safety pins. What do you call those? Light bulb safety pin? I can't remember. Anyway, journaling space here. And it creates a pocket with a large journaling tag. And the mermaid is stamped on the back of that tag. Inside, another space, tea-dyed paper. And it's got its a little tab. More journaling room. Pattern paper with the lace trim. And here's another bobble. And it on this side creates a pocket, a double pocket. There's a little male mermaid there. And then this comes right out of the pocket. That is embellished on the pocket for a good, for an extra little picture. And so these are little journaling areas. And that says thinking of you. And there's a little starfish. Every day is a second chance. And you open this up, and it's room for journaling with a little flourish. And then the back here is this long, skinny guy. Color outside the lines once in a while. And that folds down, and it's just a long, double-sided tag. It was actually just a leftover piece from a patterned paper. And so I just, kind of corner rounded it, made it into just a double folded long tag. I thought, why not? We've got all this extra paper. It goes with the book. It looks really cute. I am going to definitely make something out of it. So if you're looking for things to make out of your old leftovers, there you go. Okay, so here we have an altered guest check, and it's got the mermaid on it, and then this is actually from a scarf, and when I move it, you can kind of see those iridescent-y things. They're actually sequins that are on it, and it just looked too pretty to pass up, so it kind of looks like netting, and we've got the seagull there, and it is an altered guest check, and we've got Mod Podge napkin there on this accounting paper. Flip it, and that one actually is a embellished paper clip as well. It's got like a travel ticket, and then this little coin that has a seahorsey on it. Mini milk jug tag. And then we have this card here, journaling card. I went around it with washi tape over the edges. Then I corner punched it, and it came out like this. It looked kind of cool, so I was like, yeah, I really like that. We mermaid for each other. And on the back, I stamped a postcard, so she has that. I really like how that came out. It's really cute. It just reminds me of her. Now here is another piece of journaling paper with an extended fold, pattern paper again, and it opens up into this little page embellishment, but the page embellishment is actually a tuck spot or pocket, whatever you want, a side pocket. Again, these two little guys here, and on the inside there is a altered, well, it's a library card, sort of, and it just slides right on in there like so. This one as well. Over here, it's this is actually a card, excuse me, that I picked up at, I can't remember where. I just picked, anyway, there's supposed to be like a little invitation card or something like that. It says, if I were queen, everything would be different. And then you flip it over and there's the little shells and stars and sand dollars and all that stamped there. So I just liked the look of that. It looks like a map, of course, so it's kind of fun. It, on this mini paper clip, I have attached this little pretty jewel charm, and then that holds this together, and that closed, whoops, which, okay, so it's open there, it's hold it closed, so what you would see for that is, let me put that back on. Okay, so what it would do is you can tuck these in here like so, like this. There's two of them, little mini tag in a jar. And then there's this tickets, and the tickets have this, have that stamp. It's actually just a single ticket, it has that stamp on it. I can either tuck it in with that, or I can just tuck it in there. So it creates a lot of room for, you know, tuck spots and such. So if I wanted to, like this big sheet could even be tucked right in there. But I kind of wanted it on this page because I've got a few things on that page, so it just gives it a little extra. Tuck it right up in there and you're good to go. This is tracing paper, and I punched this little starfish out. Then I went and inked him. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog, Minion. He's chasing off those pesky moviegoers. I'm sure that they think our house is horrible. So I glued it back on, but I kind of offset it, and it kind of gave that effect. And I really liked it. I thought it was kind of neat looking. Over here we've got the open sea. Now this was, I bought this pad of paper, and I'm not really sure where it is right now, but it doesn't actually even pertain to this book. But it had that on it. So I cut this paper out, and then I made copies of it so that I have extras. And I put it in here, and it just says the open sea. See, it's a notepad and everything. Funny enough, the book itself doesn't even actually have anything to do with the sea. Here, this is from pattern paper. I just cut it out, and it says Mermaid. Underneath, this is the center of my signature, so it creates a pocket to hide all my little stitching. We've got journaling card folded over with the two little starfish in the center. Go on an adventure. Pattern paper. It's just leftover pattern paper. Created a nice journaling card, and I tucked it right up on in there. In this, inside the pocket, two journaling cards, a treasure from the sea, and you flip it over, it says the best things in life aren't things. And I kind of inked that in blue and green, kind of to give it that sea effect. Mermaid kisses and starfish wishes. Now this one is inked in brown because a lot of the pages you'll see are inked in brown. I did want a vintage feel to it, even though it is kind of, you know, happy, colorful, mermaidy. So postcard, and I did stamp a little seahorse there too. So she'll have a few postcards in here she can journal on, or she can send out, I guess, if she really wanted to, because they do send out. Another pattern paper, and here's the back of that tracing paper. And then more journaling paper. Okay, this is a tuck spot I created with burlap. It's blue burlap, so see, and then there's a mermaid there, mermaid picture, and then I've got this bobble charm that's attached to it. Behind it, we've just got some extra paper that's been tea dyed. It says, I'm pretty sure that with sparkly shoes and a new tiara, she could conquer the world. And it's actually a travel itinerary in case she wants to journal on that or use it as travel itinerary, whatever she wants. Tucked up in there. More pattern paper, journaling paper with a tab, and then I did do Mod Podge napkin on there. Another altered guest check, and this time this has got kind of like a feel of like the front of the book, and it's got this, she's like a boarded sign. I cut her out, and then I've got a little starfish glued on here. And they are just glued on and everything, not Mod Podged on. So, but it's inside the book, so I felt maybe she'll be a little more careful with that. But she will love it because this is the kind of thing she really likes. She likes the details. Milk jug or glass jar, whatever you want to call it, with the seahorse. And then this page here has the rest of that altered paper clip. Mermaid, and then this is like this plasticky, I don't know, it just kind of looks sea-worthy. Mermaid Lounge with the little bling. And it's on the back of patterned paper. And here it says, life's too short to wait. And it's got those shells and starfish. And it's just a piece of paper that I kind of corner rounded so that she has plenty of room to journal. More journaling page. And then we've got that tuck spot. And this tuck spot actually flips up for journaling. And if you flip it back down, it's got Mermaid, and then I put this paradise was on something else, and I cut it off and put it on her, and I corner punched her. And then we've got tickets here. This says happy, be free, and keep swimming. And then in the back there's a little jellyfish, never give up, and a little crown. Because, of course, if you are a mermaid, you must be a princess mermaid. Seahorse. And I've given him lined paper. Again, what I used is corrugated cardboard. You pull the facing off it, and the corrugation pops up. And like I told on that other film, a lot of times my corrugation is too skinny. So you get these tiny, tiny, tiny little rows. So what I do is I go down, and every other one, I push the corrugation down and flatten it. And then what you get is a big enough row that it looks like lined paper. And then I just ink it and stamp it. It seems to work out pretty well. And the effect most people like. So another belly band. And inside that belly band, so you get the little fishy here. And he's got his sparkly fins. And this is actually a fern, but I used it as seaweed. Just keep swimming. This is just a piece of paper, an extra piece of paper. And I got the sweetie pie little turtle on him. And then I tuck him back down in, well, actually, I think I had him tucked at the top, didn't I? And then this, it said Mermaid Weekly, and I can't even remember, but there was a DigiKit that I got that had this in it, and it just looked so cool. And so I cut it off, and I put it onto this, it's just cardstock, sorry. And then created a little journaling booklet, a mini booklet inside the book. This side here, pattern paper, and I've got an embellishment, or I mean a charm. And that opens up in the graphing paper with the Mod Podge napkin. Again, the back of this particular signature has the coral stamping, and it flips down, so there's extra journaling room. That's signature number 1. Signature number 2, we've got an embellished paper clip here, enjoy your journey. And then this is a little journaling card, and I stamped, the adventurer's first explanations take such a dreadful time. And it's inked for the back for journaling, patterned paper. This one flips up, and I didn't do the coral embellishment on the inside of that. There are 2 little, oh no, 3, I'm sorry, 3 tickets. So this one has bubbles. This one has the seahorse and then a little flower. And then this one is a journaling card. Imperfection is beautiful. And I went ahead and put that in there. And that's just all on the inside there. Journaling paper with a napkin Mod Podged onto it. It folds out. Then we have pattern paper and another set of the bling kind of on it with a charm, a beaded charm. You can flip this page over and we've got a tuck spot here. And it's got that mermaid and she's playing with her sand castle and all the little fishies. It's really pretty. And you flip it up and it's journaling spot. Now I've gone around this edge with a metallic metallic wax so that it has like a gold shimmer to it. It kind of came out really good. And this one says, it always seems impossible until it's done. And it is a journaling card. It's a really pretty dark blue journaling card. And it just came, oh, on the bottom of the journaling card has that flourish stamped onto it. And then here's another journaling page. And on that journaling page is actually attached this envelope that I made. The Krabby holds the envelope closed. And it's got this metallic inked surface. Inside is goodies. So I made a pad of paper. It says shine and sparkle. All you need is love, but a little chocolate here and there doesn't hurt. And that's stamped on each of the pages. And then each of the bottoms is lined with this gold washi tape. This is just an extra piece of paper for journaling. It kind of looks like a sailor's tablet. Just tucked up in there. And the Krabby, like I said, he holds it down. Then, flipping into the other side, there is this really pretty, here. Okay, so she's a little bit shinier or shimmerier than what you're normally seeing on my printed digitals. But what's going on is I printed her on shimmer paper. So she came out real glossy. And she's a belly band. And this one says, the journey is the start of the adventure. Anyway, the butterfly stamped on the back there, and it just slides right down into the belly band. More journaling paper, pattern paper with a pocket. Behind the pocket, we've got a tag with a big froggy, because he's cute. And then we've got this mermaid down here, and it's the Miranda film, so I just thought that would be kind of a cool one. We've got a tag here. I think I got these tags at Michael's, and I have I have a bead charm embellishment on that tag. Milk jug journaling tag, and then these are tickets that I made, just like that. Oh, upside down. So we've got the starfish, the sand dollar. It says greatness is made up of little things. And then those just slide right on in there as well. On this page, we've got another envelope. And then this paper clip here is the shape of a seashell. I picked that up at Target. This is a, let's see, the front of this actually, okay, is a beaded charm that I created there. And then this flips over to this page to make it a tuck spot with a second or third altered guest check. I think that's actually just the second alter. I don't know. Maybe it's the third. So it's an envelope I created again. And then inside the envelope we have shoot for the moon, and it's got that coral on it and everything. And then I have a little sun on the back of that. I've got that coral stamping on the inside, and then I've included these little guys for journaling on. So that's all tucked up into this envelope. And then this just does that, and it creates that perfect little tuck spot right there. Pattern paper, again corner punched with the lace. And then we've got this little journaling card here, which flips up like that. And it also creates a tuck spot for this tag. Do more of what makes you happy. And on the back, we've got a little seahorse. We see an underwater running theme, under the sea running theme here. This one again is that, what do you call it? Oh, tracing paper, sorry. And then the center of this signature with the pretty mermaid, she is again also printed on that shimmer paper. I think she's just really beautiful, and I think my cousin Heather will love her. This is a sales ticket, tea dyed, ready to go for journaling. I just tucked that on up into here. Okay, well, eventually I tucked it up into there. You know what? I'll do it later. So anyway, inside of it, we've got this journaling card, pink. Life is beautiful. It's got that sundial look to it. The back has a flourish stamp on it. Then tucked behind this is a charm. So this is a charm bead. It's beaded charms, and I like that. That just kind of look like coral or sea or whatever. And there's this little mini tag here, which I tucked up in behind that. On this side, I've got this little tiny, teeny, tiny journaling card. It says, "Love is a million colors." And it kind of looked like scales to me, so that's why I have included it here. And on the back of this envelope is a belly band. It says "Mermaid off duty," and the cute little seashell, which actually I went around the little edging of the seashell with my glitter pen, and it made it kind of pop out. Be yourself all day, every day. And it's on mermaidy paper with the coral stamping on the inside. So it's a double, folded journaling card. I'll go ahead and flip this way. All right, this is the back of that, what do you call it? Seashell paper, or tracing paper. And I did another seashell punch, and I offset the seashell, inked it and offset it to the side there, and glued it back on. And then more journaling paper. This is it's a pocket here, and there's a double pocket there. So this is a frog, and you flip it, and it says "Journey." And then we've got the little mermaid, it's a mermaid movie. And then here's another one of those, like an advertisement for mermaid oysters, saltwater oysters. And it's glued to pattern paper. It says, "Do small things with great love." I'm just actually going to tuck this guy in right here. Then we've got Mermaid Salt Bath. That was an ad for this, and so I just I pulled her out, cut her out, fussy cut. And then there's a little shell behind her, some of this eyelash trim for fibers. And it creates a really cool tuck spot with her. This says, "Write your secrets in the sand and trust them with a mermaid." And it's a journaling card. I just made a very large journaling card out of that really pretty little sayings there. More journaling paper. In the back of an embellished paper clip is a tag. It says, "A life without dreams would be just a life." And there is a little mermaid stamped on the back of there. And then this is patterned paper on this side. There's that embellished paper clip with the Little Mermaid ad. And then 2 cards. This one's a tag with a sand dollar stamped on it, tucked up sideways so that it sticks out sideways. And then this one is just a piece of paper that I just really like the way that kind of came out with that on there. It says, "Let hope never fade." So it's a journaling card with a little crabby, little baby crabby. And then we've got some more journaling pages. And then we've got a tuck spot here that flips up. It's a journaling card on the inside. We've got the mermaid sitting down here. And then this is, it's actually only a tuck spot, not a whole pocket. So this one I stamped with a sand dollar, and it's got coral stamping there. So that is a journaling card. Here's a tag with the little seashells tucked right in there. pattern paper, and then on this piece of the pattern paper on the lace, I've got this charm, beaded charm. This one flips open for more journaling. And then inside here, it says, let's just stop being adults and be mermaids instead. And that is on the back signature, back of the signature, and it's actually supposed to be under here, but I was messing with it earlier. And this is the last page of the second signature. Like I said, it flips up, or just like the first page of the second signature. This is a beaded charm onto a mini paper clip. And then this, it says, why sometimes I believe as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. And I've got these 2 mermaids. It's a mermaid witch and the little mermaid and everything. And I've cut it out of a picture. I fussy cut it to make a little tuck spot for this journaling card here. And it just tucks right back in there. So the tag actually has a card in it. And then that's a journaling tag. And so, and then what you can't see here is that the journaling tag itself has this bead on it too, and at the bottom it has a little heart that says made with love. So that all gets tucked right up under here. And the very back of the journal is kind of cool. It's kind of, I tried my hand at something a little bit new. We've got this page and everything, so this is a pocket if you want it to be. But it's on an envelope that flips open. And so this is actually the very back of the book. And you can fit whatever you want into this pocket here, which is actually one of the envelopes for the thing I showed you earlier. That's one of the cards that I found. Mermaid Lounge. And then we've got this here. So this just is a pocket. And I've included a large one of these, Mr. Peabody and the Mermaid. And it's a journaling card. And then this is the last tag tucked in the book. And then there's this stuff. It says, begin at the beginning and go till you come to the end. Then stop. And that just tucks right on in to the pocket here. And this goes right in front of it. And then inside this, I've got this little, these are rings that I bought for her, and it's in this corally looking bag, and so I tucked that in. She doesn't have to keep that in there if she doesn't want to. And then I've also included this little journaling tag. And let me see, I think that's it. Yeah, okay, I didn't do anything else in there. So that envelope is just attached at the back of this journal. So this all goes to her. These are hers, her goodies. And it all closes right back up. And it's got all these baubles and great things that are just dangling and happy and hanging out. So that's the journal. I hope you like it. Let me know.